Still, Emmanuel, you're not allowed to put the same table chicken and another person is eating in the same table. Dairy, according to halakha.
That's what we said last time. So
not allowed. Hold on.
We
started it last time. Now we're getting into this. אבל בשולחן שסודר עליו התבשיל מותר ליתן זה בצד זה.
זה סודר עליו תבשיל.
If a person is setting up in the countertop in the kitchen, he wants to put dairy, and then next to that he wants to put chicken or meat.
Seltzer, guys?
Is he allowed or no?
Seltzer?
Says Maran it's allowed. Let's see the Ora Halacha.
But
Now, what if the food that is dairy is packaged?
hold on. We're speaking about the table. When you're preparing table, you're allowed to put meat and chicken on the same table. But question is, on the table you're eating.
עכשיו we're getting to this. What if you eating here meaty? Your baby is eating dairy. Can you eat with your baby on the same table? You are meaty, he is dairy. Yosef, what do you say? Huh? Says halakha, even with a baby, he's not allowed. You ready for Shakol?
Yes.
I'm going to have everybody in mind, have me in mind as well. Birshut Morai v'Rabotai, Baruch Ata Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, שהכל נהיה בדברו. ואפילו אם הבשר בשקית או בקופסה, ומהיר בבשר מבושל, כל צורכו. It says, you know what? Even if the meat is in a box, Amir, is the Persians, they keep it in the box like this, nobody to touch.
With the safety.
Yeah, with the safety. So, well, and it says even though it's in a box, that I have to open it, I'm gonna have to be busy with that. It's not right away available. Still, he says, "En la'aloto al shulchan echad she'ochel alav gvina." Place that you're eating dairy, you cannot put the second thing that is on the table, even though the second thing I have to mess around with this in order to eat it. Still, it will be asur. וכן להפך, אין לעלות גבינה על השולחן שאוכל עליו בשר, אפילו אם הגבינה בשקית או בקופסה סגורה. Says even if the cheese is in a box, closed, I have to open it, something that a person takes usually time, we assume he's going to, in Russian they say, achnyotza. He's going to realize by the time he's going to get to the food. Says halakha, when it comes to food, a person's such a desire to eat, God forbid, he'll go for the food and forget about the restriction of dairy and meat.
Well, why chicken? With meat, I understand.
The chidush is even chicken. That's the chidush.
Why?
He said I told you when it comes to basar v'chalav, that's such a terrible thing that Chachamim put so many fences on it, and it's all considered to be one fence. It still catches that fence. אף על פי שגם אם יאכלם יחד, לא עבר על איסור דאורייתא. כיוון שבשר חיה ועוף עיקר איסור מדרבנן, אמרינה בכמה דוכתא דלא גזרן גזרה לגזרה, מכל מקום כיוון שהדבר ברור ומצוי, לא אוכלם יחד, הווה כחד גזרה. וגזרו העלת בשר עוף עטו אכילה, והאכילה עטו בישול ואילפס רותח שבכלי ראשון, ומינה עתי לבשר בהמה. ואליו גזרה לגזרה היא, אלא חד הגזרה היא. די אליו, לא קיימה. So sometimes Chachamim, Eliran, will see that the problem could be very big. It could be repeating itself too often, too many times. So then they will put fence to a fence also. Understand? It says like this, Amir's question. He said, Rabbi, I don't understand. Chicken and milk is the right or the Rabbanan? I eat cooked chicken with milk. What issue did I do? The Rabbanan. Here it's not together, it's separated. And what do you say? No, don't eat your chicken when the table that there is dairy, because you might go ahead and taste from the dairy. And even if I will taste from the dairy, what issue did I do? Even if I put it together, I take the chicken, I dip in the dairy, I eat. What issue did I do? Two the Rabbanans. 2 steps the Rabbanans. It's not the first level the Rabbanan.
It's not cooked together.
It's a secondary the Rabbanan, because it's not cooked chicken with milk, it's dipped chicken with milk. And dipped chicken and milk is second level of the Rabbanan. So what is your fear? And on top of the second level, you're putting your fear on don't eating in the same table. When you're eating chicken, someone else cannot have dairy on the same table. Because by God forbid, a person is going to like the taste of the other thing. He's going to say, oh, let me try. Oh, hello, you're eating chicken. שם ברום הרבי. מה עודם? מלאך נסתם? חודו חודש? יוסף? בוחרי גם מזני? חיה ועוף, גבינה, וכן האוכל בשר חיה ועוף, אסור לעלות גבינה על השולחן. ודווקא בחיה גם שמעלה שניהם על השולחן.
זה לא בסדר.
אבל אם אכל כבר בשר, מותר להישב תוך 6 שעות אצל מי שאכל גבינה, אבל על פי שאינו מודיעו שאכל בשר, ולא חושבים להושיט יד. ואף אם יאכל עמו שאר מאכלים כגבוה האחרונים, מי שאכל בשר. Now listen to this. What if I just ate meat? Can I sit down on a table that other people now eat dairy?
Yes.
Practical case, Motzai Shabbat, you meaty, and your children want to go out for pizza. The father sits over there. He only eats hummus with pita that he brought from home, and the kids eating their pizza. Can you,
No, you cannot.
within 6 hours of meaty,
Oh, 6 hours, yes.
within 6 hours of meeting, sit with people, you eating dairy,
Yes.
they eating, you eating parv, they eating dairy.
Yes.
Says Alachai, this is allowed.
היו מסכימים גם על זה, מה?
כן. רחמו עליך, אתה רואה, הביאו לך דיסקאונט. אמרו, אתה בוחרי 50% הנחה.
כל כבר יש ידיעה שאכלת בשר, קצת כל המייכות.
Yeah, you're not going to come to eat it together. That's the idea. Eating it together is worse than eating it one after another. So that's why whenever you already ate meat, let's say 2 p.m., you ate your osavo. Shabbat comes out at 6 p.m. You ate the pizza at 7 p.m. You know, there is somebody told me, Rabbi, I have a name for a good business. What's the name? Pizza deoraita. So what do you mean? He says every Motzai Shabbat, there are certain communities that pizza is mitzvah from deoraita to go. Pizza deoraita. So Motzai Shabbat is at 7 p.m. at the pizzeria. Can he sit down with him? He eats parv. He's going to eat bread with hummus. The family is going to have dairy. Yonatan, what do you say? Allowed or no? Mutar, very good. ג' אסור להעלותו על שולחן. כתב השח ודווקא בשר אסור להעלות על שולחן שאוכל חלב או איפכא, משום שכל אחד היתר בפני עצמו. לא בדיל אינשי מיני. אבל מותר להעלות בשר נבלה. וכן שאר איסור על השולחן שהאוכל עליו בשר כשר. והוא הדין לאוכל בשר כשר שמותר להסב עם גוי האוכל נבלות וטרפות. ולא חיישינא שיושיט לו מהמאכל. Says what if you right now during your lunch break or the work. Lunch break. Let's say you work in the hospital or you work in a place that there's other goyim working with you. Lunch break, you take out your kosher food, the goy takes out his taref food. If my friend right now, we both Jews, you're going to eat dairy here, and I'm going to eat meaty here. Am I allowed to sit with you on the same table? No. No. But what about Muhammad sitting from this side, and Muhammad sitting nevelot utrefot?
Yes.
Huh? McDonald's, shrimping, all the shtuyot in the world, he's eating. I eat kasher, he eats dairy, and he eats nevelot. What do you say? With this guy, I can't sit.
מותר.
You eat kasher meat.
I eat kasher meat.
מותר.
With the dairy guy, Jewish guy, kasher, Chalav Israel, I cannot sit with him on the same table. With this Muhammad Ishmael, with him I can sit. How can it be? Says, you know why? Because with this one, we are buddies. We are eating from one another all the time. So that's why the chance of me going into his food is much bigger. But with this guy, we are not buddies.
מותר.
So therefore, מותר.
זה בעבודה,
הבנת?
זה מותר. מה תעשה בעבודה?
הנה יש לנו פה ברוך השם מאוד חכם, תביא לו ספר.
זה בגלל שהגוי, אתה לא תבוא לאכול ממנו. מחבר יהודי אתה תבוא...
שלום, you burned your ספר? או זה תורה שבעל פה? One guy comes to the Gemara class, the teacher tells him, where's your things? He said, teacher, this is called Torah שבעל פה. I don't need the books, I don't know.
Does it make a difference if the goy is eating kosher?
The guy is eating kosher, it depends on you. If you're usually eating with him, because let's say this guy is currently a guy, He goes through conversion process. So he's trying everything, everything. You tell him, listen, Pat Israel, Chalab Israel, Kemach Yashan. He's super mahmir. I had neighbors in Miami, Spanish, both of them Spanish, both Spanish from birth. Her father was a multi-millionaire Baptist in the church. Imagine the daughter of the Baptist
Come to be virgin.
come to be Jewish. He told her, if you're going to become Jewish, I'm going to abandon you. I'm going to not give you $1. ממש. כמו, מי היה שמה? The daughter of? No daughter of Rabbi Akiva.
לא, זה
Kalba Savua. The daughter of Kalba Savua getting married to Rabbi Akiva. $1 you're not going to get. She said, I'm not going to sell the truth for money. Now, she goes, tzniut, Miami. You know what Miami in the summer? Woo, 110 degrees. Humid. The people say, Rabbi, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of going to Miami, I'm thinking going to Florida. John Dedesh, think twice. What type of marot asod you're going to see? What type of tzniut test your wife and your daughters are going to go through? So think twice. Here it's cold. It's good that it's cold, because this way everybody keeps tzniut. The women and their daughters and your wife. But whenever you're going to go to a hot place, think. So she used to go, summer, hot, Miami. No, not like this, like this. Closed.
Every day בורא מיני מסמים.
As soon as she says, I come into the mikveh, I come outside the mikveh, she said, I became hot. Same clothes, she said, I had before the mikveh. Same, I felt okay with them when I was not Jewish yet. I come out of the mikveh when I finished my conversion process. The same clothes, I'm boiling in them. I don't know how did I do it until now. So I felt this in the mikveh, how my neshama comes in with the Yetzirah with it. So that's whenever you have, sometimes you look at these Arab women, how modest they are. What, these women who cannot, Jewish women cannot do that? What's the answer? These Arabs, they have no Yetzirah. These Jewish women have Yetzirah. So you can't judge them. You have to pray for them. Hashem, open their eyes to be more modest. Don't look at them negative. You have to look at them positive. They have a Jewish neshama. They have a high voltage. Since they have a high voltage, they also have Yetzirah on a high voltage. That tells them all the time to do other things. So now, this guy, let's say, is in a conversion process, nachon? So let's say he eats from my food, I eat from his food. It's kasher. He's machmir, extra machmir. Bet Yosef, Kemach Yashan, Sizila. Can I eat from him and he eat from me? He's a guy. He didn't finish the conversion yet. Can I eat from him or no?
No.
Yeah, we can share. He's kosher, I'm kosher. If we eat with one another, let's say one day he says, listen, I'm not Jewish yet. I want to go and eat neverot v'trefot. He goes to buy McDonald's. Can I sit with him in the same table? He eats McDonald's and I'm going to eat kosher? No. Why? Because maybe I'll eat from him. I don't eat McDonald's. Usually I eat from him kosher food. Now, but suddenly this Devona bought McDonald's. Can I sit down with him and eat with him this my kosher food and his McDonald's? Can I eat with him or no? No. Why? Because I might take from him. So the whole idea is there a chance you might take from other person or no?
Stranger.
If you're gonna take from him, this will be a problem to sit with him on the same table. If you're not gonna take from him, it's no problem.
What if you learn?
Many times the kids at the house, they eat food, especially you, whoever is the father here knows what I'm talking about. And that's it, they eat some food, half of the plate is not finished. That's it, it's already time to go to bed, and the food is like this. Now you feel bad for that, you already know the after party, consuming. The street cleaning, the one that comes with the thing like this, cleaning after everything, not to throw it out.
Hi.
Can you eat? You eating meaty? They ate dairy. Can you eat with them on the same table or no? No. Why? Because you might go ahead and eat the dairy while you're eating the meaty. Chai fipul gufta, chai fipul gufta. You're gonna bal tashchit. Gonna be a problem. So what to do? וכתב עוד ששך, שלחם של איסור אסור להעלותו על השולחן.
קמח ישר, קמח
Here it goes. A person that does not keep kemach yashan, not only that you're not allowed to eat the bread that is not kemach yashan.
No, not to put it on the table.
On the table, you cannot put it. Yaakov, you hear what we're talking about?
What do you mean? No put on table.
Bread, not kemach yashan. This bread is not kemach yashan. Can you leave it on the table? Don't eat. Eat from the kosher bread, kemach yashan bread. Can you leave this not kemach yashan bread on the table? Says Alachat, cannot even leave it on the table. You right now, Haggai, going inside that kitchen over here, you pick up cookies, you eat, it's not kemach yashan. Chai, listen, I'll leave it over here. Whoever doesn't keep kemach yashan will eat that. Says Alachat, you cannot even leave it over there. Why? Somebody might go ahead and eat it, especially in Kaneso. Most people, what they think? Kaneso, everything is glad kosher, everything is Bet Yosef, everything is Kemach Hashan, everything is top of the line. It's Kaneso. How many times, when Rabbi Amir came to America, that's what the way he thought. That in Bet Knesset, Kaneso, everything is top of the line. When I start telling him, listen, I see you doing this, you eating this, be careful, this is not supervised here. What do you mean? It's Bet Knesset. I said, because it's Bet Knesset. He gets upset. What is this?
What if it's Safek?
אתה זוכר או לא?
What if it's Safek? כמח ישן.
ספק גיהנום, we don't know. What's gonna be?
Can we still eat or not?
Can you still eat גיהנום or no?
Sometimes.
So,
Sometimes, that's
question,
something.
Rabbeinu, in that case, if a person go with relatives to a restaurant and the mashgiach said, let's say the pasta is not kemach yashan,
Why?
and he eat the Bet Yosef, which is fine, he doesn't eat bread, doesn't eat anything, but he's eating isur on the same table.
Why? Here, practical question, you're right. Yeah.
So he may come and share it.
Amen.
Wow.
Okay. Cannot keep that food.
So asur is like some like trefa, some like
Right.
so how you can use in the same pot for that. For
Oh, good question.
And we have the data material on that, you know.
Amen.
What about that?
So that's what Rav Yosef says. For the dishes, we'll go with the data material. For the
that's
plates, for the
That's what
pork.
about the basar behema.
Amen. For the Bet Yosef.
Ashkenazi, Sfaradi.
Okay. That they eat
Even
God
if it's
kasher.
like trefa for Sfaradi.
Right. So for the dishes, we'll rely on the lenient opinions. For the dishes. But for the food itself, for the actual consuming, no chas v'shalom. Safek d'oraita, lechumra. Especially with Sephardim. Sephardim are much more machmir than Ashkenazim. So look what he says over here. Since the problem of putting on the table food that it's not kosher for the other entity, I eat dairy and you eat meat or vice versa, we cannot have it on the same table because I might take from your food. So it says, how much more so whenever it's 100% isur over here, like bread. That people don't know about bread, they think, what's the problem? Especially if he has OU on it. That throws off everybody. They're thinking, you. OU. So that's why a person have to be careful. Not to eat kemach hadash, cookies and pasta and bread and everything else. Even to put it on the same table that you're eating the kasher, you're not allowed to.
What about the places with the maradatra? What about the places with the maradatra? A place with the maradatra, but it's Ashkenazi place or Sephardi place.
Big problem.
This can twist all the.
Big problem. Nachon. Because you're thinking that he's the maradatra, probably everything is
Even
good.
Sephardi, when he's go to a place for the Ashkenazis, cannot allow to eat kitniot in Pesach.
Okay.
So
Okay. Kitniot is just chumra be'alma minhag.
even
This is
kitniot.
איסור דאורייתא.
לא, even קטניות, אבל אשכנזי גם לא יכול לאכול בשר שחוטה בקר עם כולם ספרדים באותו מקום, לא יכול להביא פתאום
שלו.
בשר שלו,
כן, לא תקשר.
והפוך גם.
אמת. דפת צריכה הרחקת פה, משום דעל הלחם יחיה האדם. ודם מלמעלה בשר וחלב, דלא בדילין שמיני. ויש המקילים גם בזה, דדם מלשאר איסורים, דילין שבדילים מיני, וכן יקה. So it depends, it says, if people will be careful from that, or no. I'm telling you from the experience I have with the communities everywhere I used to go, people come with this assumption like Rabbi Ami had. That in Bet Knesset, everything has to be good. So if you see cookies on the plate on Bet Knesset, it must be good. If you know that this cookie is not kemach yashan, you cannot keep it over here. You have to throw it out. I remember it was one time, I was teaching somewhere and somebody brought cookies over there. So one of the guys over there is, מחמיר. extreme את הכהן. פנחס, you know פנחס? פנחס בן אלעזר בן אהרון הכהן. zealous. He takes the cookies. מה זה? מי הביא את זה? Who brought this thing? לא קמח עכשיו. טח!
איפה מצאו חיוב לבדוק?
threw it to the garbage like this. He didn't get out. Yeah, he didn't miss the. אוקיי? ויש אומרים, כן?
מאיפה מצאנו את החידוש הזה שדווקא בקמח ישן צריך לחקור?
Oh.
יותר מאשר שאר דברים.
So we have the chief rabbi here in New York. He said that majority, Rav David Yosef also said that. I sent you that video.
Which majority is קמח
He
חדש?
said that majority is קמח חדש after research. ככה הוא אומר, בדקו. In America, that's what they say.
הרי תמיד מוציאים עם המגורות קודם.
They say it used to be like this, not anymore. They said that right now the old ones they are.
יש פרוטוקולים, אבל...
ככה הם אומרים.
דווקא בגלל הפרוטוקולים, בדיוק.
לא משתמשים, תמיד מוציאים תמיד...
It used to be. I said, if you want, I send you the video. Rav David Yosef said that they checked that over here in America also, and they said that the opposite, the majority is on the market hadash. That's what you have to make sure to check out for קמח ישן.
בישראל זה כמו שאתם אומרים.
אוקיי, back to us. ויש אומרים בכל זה דווקא בדבר שניכר האיסור, אבל דבר שלא ניכר האיסור, כגון חלב מאותח, אסור להעלותו על השולחן ולייקר שמא יאכלנו בחושבו שהוא שומן. Look at this. סימן פ"ח. And we're almost finishing all על החגים.
או הוא נותן השגחה, שיעשו זה קמח ישן.
באמת, אתה רוצה חגי, if you have influence on them,
אני מחר הולך...
אני חותם לך. בעזרת השם תצליח.
תסגור את הכשרות.
וכן, כל כיוצא בזה כגון פירות שאינם מעושרים. He says not only that, רבותיי, pay attention. He says to keep it on the table even if you didn't eat from it, the איסור. You understand what we're talking
מה
about?
עושים אם בן אדם רוצה לחם שחור?
This is scary
אוהב
word.
קמח שחור.
Imagine right now there's cookies at the candies, without kashrut. Can I keep it on the table?
Yes.
I'm not gonna eat from it.
Yes.
Cannot keep it on the table. Why? Because you might forget and eat from it. You can keep it over there in the corner and write not kosher for going to take it. But for you to take that food or for you to leave it on the table whenever you are eating, you might forget. Мне что-то сладко хочешь. Хочу. It can happen or no?
Can happen.
Huh? Definitely can happen. That's why Yosef John, you see, you're so lucky you're learning all this halachot to know how to save your neshama from averot.
רגע, יש מוכרים לחם
Halachot
שחור.
says from averot. It rhymes.
Rabbi, they're selling the brown bread, ברדינסקי, שמרדינסקי, או יו, גלאט כושר, עוד שמה, אני לא בדקתי אם שם קמח ישן או לא.
גלאט כושר אין חלב ישראל עושה.
חלב ישראל, לא חלבי, הרבה. אני לא בדקתי אם יש קמח ישן או...
זה בעיה, אל תאכל. בעיה.
זה בעיה. ואם אני אוהב, מה לעשות?
מה אני אעשה? אני אוהב הרבה דברים, מה אני יכול
להכין
לעשות?
לבד בבית?
השכן שלי אוהב את האישה של השכן שלי, מה אני אעשה? הוא גם אוהב. יש הלכות.
Rabbi, is there a symbol that we should be looking for? How do we know if something is...
ישן or not?
Yeah.
Right now life is easy. You have right now app. You can go download, it's ישן. קמח, yeah, app. It costs $2. Very comfortable. People told me that my wife uses it. Chuck. She want to check me if I'm קמח ישן already. Go away. It scans everything. ישן. So this is very simple. Back in the day, you used to call, you had to find out codes, look through a list. Right now, it's already very simple for you. You scan the barcode and it tells you on the spot.
ישן.com.
Yeah, it's a very, very good app to have.
It's our website also.
Okay, continuing. ואבא יודע שאף על פי שאסור לאכול בשר ודגים מכל מקום, מותר לשני בני אדם לאכול זה בשר וזה דגים, ואין צריך היכר כלל. Beautiful. Why? He says because something that is dangerous, אנשים נזהרים ביותר. Yosef likes to eat fish. I like to eat meat. Yosef, can we have together dinner together? What do you say?
No.
Huh?
Yeah.
What about breakfast together?
Yeah.
Huh? You eat fish, I eat meat.
No problem.
מחר I need meat in the morning.
כן.
100%.
מנהג אבותינו
בידינו.
בידינו. Can I have meat or you eat fish on the same table?
Yeah.
Very practical Friday night.
Yes,
You already
yeah.
wants to get the meaty course, and your wife still with the fish because she's still feeding the baby with this. Can you have the meaty while your wife's still eating the fish?
Yes.
And you always share food together. Says halakha, you're allowed to. Why? Don't share the food because when it comes to meat and fish, people are careful. Why? It's dangerous for the health. Something dangerous for health, people are more afraid of it. So that's why meaty and dairy that people don't know that it's bad for them, they might go ahead and eat. That's how you eat meat. They eat dairy, you gotta put something in between you two.
But dairy and meat is also dangerous to the health.
True, but people don't know that. Back in the day, people knew about fish and meaty that is dangerous. So therefore, Chachamim did not decree having meaty food and the other one eating fishy food. Mutar.
What about fish and cheese?
So in the previous classes we spoke about that according to Ashkenazim and some Sephardim even, it's allowed. But Rav Ovadia Yosef says, don't do that in case it happened. Don't throw it out.
סתם אשכנזים גם לא אוכלים.
Okay, don't throw it out. If it happened, let's say you went to a party, Motzai Shabbat, Mela Malka. The guy ordered pizza with tuna. Maybe John Bazan. Can you have that pizza with tuna or no? Everything, not half a sliced tuna. The whole pie, pizza with tuna.
פיצה אחד יש לך 3 ברכות.
What we said?
That you're allowed to.
That's allowed. Tell him next time don't do that. But this time, don't throw it out. You're allowed to eat it. Same thing if your friend, somebody didn't know, makes for you lax and cream cheese. Sandwich. Already gave it to you. This morning, today was in Bet HaKnesset. Big Kiddush Hashem. There was 2 people that fight with one another for who knows how long. Many, long time they had a fight. 2 old men. You know, when the old men are fighting, it's very hard to put them together. It's like, I don't know how. זה ימות המשיח, וגר זאם עם כבש. ככה.
עשו ביניהם שולם אחר.
They made shalom. Wow, the guy said, because you, it was on Shabbat. One guy got up, he said, because you guys agreed to make shalom, tomorrow morning I sponsor breakfast. So they brought for breakfast, they brought lax, they brought cheese, they brought other things. One guy wanted to make me sandwich. I said, no, I don't eat in the morning bread. Afterwards, I'm going to be ala panim. I'm going to be tired. So let's say right now the guy would put me, the fish, he didn't know, put fish and he also put cream cheese on the same plate, touches one another. Can I have that food or I say, listen, what did you do? Throw it out or I can eat it or no?
You're gonna tell
It's
him.
already happened.
You're gonna tell him you're not gonna eat, but
Tell him next time, don't do this. This is no, oh
People
you.
that see that,
But afterwards,
other people that see the Rav eating that might think, oh, that's wrong.
true, but it's not, cannot make new marita eins. He didn't do it. I'm saying in case, let's say somebody would make me a plate, and he made this touch one another.
If the lox is on top.
But by the way, the tuna was not Bishul Israel.
וואי,
So make sure when you buy tuna, there's many places around, they sell tuna salad, it's not Bishul Israel. It's not good according to Rav Ovadia. You have to make sure when you buy tuna to buy Bishul Israel or OUP. But if it's not, it's a problem. Some shuls order these things and they don't know. I already asked from few shuls. You know, I'm right now going to many places. Distribute the light of the Torah all over. Hashem sent me information. קרא זה, אל זה.
Why OUP?
Because it's OUP as mashgiach that makes sure to separate the kosher fish and the non-kosher fish. When it's just OU, they rely on the government penalty that hopefully the goyim are going to do that job. Which according to Rav Ovadia is not good.
Why P? Why Pesach will make it?
P, because the Ashkenazim are afraid that maybe something chametz is going to be there. And they're machmir that afilu be'erev lo batil, even if it got mixed before Pesach. Ashkenazim. So they send mashgiach to be there to all the time to watch out for the fish and to watch out for the chametz, not to mix. So when it's OUP there, you know that mashgiach was on top of the game.
הרב צריך לנו לאכזב אותו.
When it's just OU,
לא באמת עוזר.
לא עוזר? שטויות אתה אומר. היית שם? כן? עיניך ראו ולא זר?
דגים שרצים ב100 קמ"ש לשנייה, איך תתפוס את התמנון שברח לך?
כן? מה זה 100 קמ"ש?
דגים זרצים ככה.
מה זה ברשת או מה?
לא,
זה סרט.
במסורים. במפעלים של הדגים, איפה? אתה לא מספיק לראות את הדג, הוא בקופסה.
כן? וואי וואי וואי, אתה מגלה לי את אמריקה עכשיו. אתה ראית בעיניים? לא מישהו שאמר לך. אתה ראית.
על אונייה, כן.
וואי 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 וואי.
מה, את הפרוסס עושים כבר באונייה?
כן, פרוסס ומעניין, זה I knew. But he says that it's so
הייתי
quick.
בספרד, גם בסרדינים, אותו דבר. מהרשת, אתה סופר אחרי 40-50 דקות, רשת 20 טון, כבר ישראל. הלך בפנים.
וואו.
איך לא יודע על המים שום פעם.
ואני ורד המשגיח.
מה זה?
אני ורד המשגיח.
איזה משגיח, נראה לך שני עיניים יכולות לעבור על 500 מטר צף.
וואו. טוב. So what, you need more משגיחים to do that? The job?
קשה מאוד, סומכים על המכונות, עושים נכנס
לא, אז אולי
ויוצא.
ב-OUP זה משגיח.
שם הרבה, הרבה,
הוא אומר היה משגיח היה.
יש משגיחים, אבל
זה אולי ב-OU הרגיל.
מה?
ה-OUP אולי יש
לא,
יותר
זה לא
משגיחים.
אויו, זה דווקא כשרות אחרת.
סטארקי הייתה?
מה?
סטארקי הייתה?
לא, סטארקי זה... עדיף שלא נדבר.
לא נדבר. טוב.
או,
כן?
That's why it's better to
פרנסה של
get
יהודי.
where it says the tuna is line caught.
A line?
Line caught tuna. It says on the packaging line caught because that means they catch each fish individually. They don't do it in the bags.
Lion cut?
Line caught.
Caught,
Like
caught.
with a line, they reel it in.
Oh,
each-
line, I
each
thought
one.
lion, אריה.
When it's line caught, it's but also you said, the Rav said before, if it's OUP, it's fine, but that doesn't help you with the issue of Bishul Yisrael. It just helps you with. It
True, but we hold that you don't need the real Bishul Israel on tuna because it's
steamed.
canned.
It's steamed.
And because it's steamed.
Yeah.
Two reasons.
So
Any food that is canned doesn't go to the White House.
זה בישול של מכונה, זה אפילו לא בישול של גוי.
yeah, but
Right, that's what we are leaning. As far as Bishul Israel, that's not the reason you need Bishul Israel. They say you need Bishul Israel for the reason of separation because the Mashgiach is there. But you're telling me news right now. You're telling me the Mashgiach. והוא רחום יכפר עוון, עיניים להם ולא יראו אוזניים.
איך הוא איזה אוזניים, הוא אומר 500 זה.
וואי וואי וואי.
איך עשה?
עכשיו הלך.
why make a point of the Bishul Yisrael at all?
No, it's not because of the Bishul Israel. Just because of the Mashgiach Tmidi. They're not going to print out OU, Mashgiach Tmidi. They're printing out either OU, either OUP, or either OU, Bishul Israel. So the Bishul Israel and OUP are also telling us that there was Mashgiach Tmidi.
On the new Costco tuna, some of it they put OUP, but also on the side it says line caught.
Uh-huh.
So if it says line caught, you're in a much better situation than the net.
Wow. Okay, thank you. And it doesn't Bishul Israel, just OU.
No, some of it is. It says BY.
Uh-huh. BY, bye-bye. Oh.
Bye bye dolphin. I don't know about the.
או, יפה.
It says also his name?
But they do that because
No,
the...
it's
לא, הוא אומר ביי לדולפין.
Bye Dolphin. Bye
They do
Dolphin.
it because all the organization to keep dolphins alive, you know.
Uh-huh.
אוקיי,
Because every tuna is catch 10 dolphins every time, so...
כן, גם את זה ראית?
לא ראיתי, יש תחקירים, אתה יכול לראות גם.
וואי,
טוב, באינטרנט לכולם.
וואי וואי וואי. טוב, הלך על ה-OUP,
דולפין
זהו.
לא
נסגר
קשה?
הביזנס.
דולפין לא קשה?
דולפין לא קשה. He has no skills.
גיור.
לא עבר גיור.
מה, הוא נכנס בפנים מסכן דולפין.
כן, מסכן. אתונה לא מסכן, הדולפין מסכן.
טוב, אני אגיד לך, אתה צריך לפתוח את אתה צריך you need to open the can and check over there inside.
כן, אני בטוח שתמצא.
איך זה נראה?
אוקיי, let's go, רבותיי, we're going to do the זוהר a little bit.
יאללה, רבע.
הנה כבר הגיע הזמן.
שאוכל עליו גבינה, let's finish it off. ואפילו יעמיד על עצמו שומר, ד' שלום. ואפילו יעמיד על עצמו שומר להשגיח עליו שלא יבוא לאכול הבשר לא מעני, ואף שלעניין קריאת האור הנר מצאנו מועיל שומר, שלא יטה הנר, שענייתם שהוא רק מחשש שמא יכה את אור הנר. ובזה יש לסמוך על שאם יהיה רק כן יזכירנו על שומר שלא להטות אותו. אבל כאן צריך שמירה תדירית, בלי הפסק, וזה לא אפשר. ועוד שאין לנו דמות גזירות חז"ל להדד, וואו, דד דהד נקת השולחן גבינה, ומה מרצוי נקת. הוא הדין חלה, beautiful. So what if I said, listen, I don't have something to put between me and Yosef. Yosef eats dairy, I eat meat. I have nothing to put. Can I say, David, you're going to be shomer. Huh, Yosef? He's going to be shomer.
Watch.
Yeah, he's going to watch out.
לא טוב.
Can he be the watch or no?
לא טוב.
Guard.
Pay him.
No.
הוא יוכל
Says the halacha, even if you pay him. not enough. Why?
You get
It
some-
says, but we saw, what if on Shabbat I want to read next to the candle? Am I allowed to read next to a candle on Shabbat?
No.
Gemara said not allowed. Why? Because back in the day, their candles used to be like, oil candles. And it used to die out, the wick and the edge used to die out. In order to increase it, they used to tilt it. And it used to be a daily thing. I'm reading like this, it used to be a daily thing that a person goes and tilts the candle. So Chachamim said, don't read next to the candle, because you might tilt it on Shabbat and you might violate the make Avera. I says, can I put David as a watch for that? As a watchman for that? Shomer? Yes. Why over here then whenever I eat meat and you eat dairy, Shomer doesn't help?
Much more
My
than
Avdel.
less Avera than Shabbat.
Right. And over there by Shabbat you say kasher. It's allowed to read next to the candle if you have Shomer. Why over here it doesn't help?
Shomer gets
מה
more
ההבדל?
השומר יצטרף אחד
שומר מה
משניהם.
מלילה, שומר מה
למה
מליל.
הוא יאכל גם כן?
פה זה לרגעים תבחננו ממש.
Oh, so it says because by the candle, it's not something that happens all the time. I read there is light. Maybe in a half an hour I will need to tilt it. Maybe in 10 minutes I will need to tilt it. Maybe in 1 hour I will need to tilt it. Maybe I don't need to tilt it. So the chances of me tilting is much less. However, whenever I'm eating and his food is next to me, the chances of me going like this, it could happen every single second. So since it could have happened every single second, your job, for 1 second you're going to turn there, look what happened over there.
Person cannot be focused.
He might go ahead and,
והכסף פוקוס מגרבוי.
so he might go ahead and lose it. That second. So because of that, Shomer doesn't have.
What if they sit here and I sit here?
That is going to be said here. That's already the next. But right now the
זוהר
Zohar
הגיע
time.
כבר זמן.
Yeah, Chagai was pressing on the Zohar. Today Chagai behaved good. He said, today I want to have Zohar, Rabbi. Not too many questions, you see? Told you, when no questions, we're going to get Zohar.
Amen.
No question more time, look at that.
10 minutes, מה יש לך אתה? הבאתי לך היום הרבה זמן.
אנחנו זוהר חצי שעה צריכים לשבת.
בעזרת השם, נגיע לימים האלה. בימים ההם. So yesterday, I was sitting in one synagogue, and Suda Shlishit, and I asked the person that was over there in charge, I said, listen, I tried to be believed in Eder, Machmir, on to do Birkat Hamazon and a cup of wine. I'm a guest, but can I say the Birkat Hamazon and a cup of wine? I didn't say, listen, I'm a guest, I should stay quiet, it's okay. I was makbid on this, not to miss out, because what did we learn last time? That when a person is doing Birkat Hamazon with a cup of wine, it's a very big Tikkun HaBerit. 1,000 times Tikkun HaBerit, says the Rav Mutzafi. 1,000 פעמים Tikkun HaBerit. When you say Birkat Hamazon holding, cup of wine. But that's only work shalom whenever you have 3 people. When you have zimun. Nevarech she'achalnu b'shelo.
Boy over the age of 6.
2 men and a boy above 6 and up, kasher. 2 women and a girl above 6 and up, also kasher. They can combine together.
What's their tikkun?
They also have a problem according to Mekubalim of Brit. So they make tikkunim also. So he says like
אז
this.
מומלץ לנשים גם לעשות?
למה לא? Yeah, I saw this.
כן?
Yeah,
זימון?
כן. According to the Zohar, I saw this.
אתה יוצא ידי חובה.
Yeah, אני יוצא ידי חובה.
כן.
דרכם.
Who
Aren't
said
the
it
men
1,000 times?
The men are supposed to leave if women do this.
No, no. Men cannot combine with women if you have 2 women and 1 man, or 2 men and 1 woman. Even though it's your wife, your mother, your sister, people you're not going to go and mix shtuyot with. It's still not allowed for you to combine because matzu shichrut. But Seudah, lightheadedness, people used to drink back in the day, alcohol. The wine used to be alcoholic. So because of that, Chachamim did not allow to combine. But if the women do their own zimun, you're allowed to answer that. This is how Rabbi Auerbach also writes. Rav David David Yosef also writes. Okay, so back to us. Says the Zohar
Only the person
HaKadosh.
who does it or everyone there?
What, say again?
Only the person who does it or everybody there?
What, the Tikkun HaBerit? For the one that does it, yeah. It's important to do it.
Separate
What's the separate?
6 people.
Yeah. Mitzvah lichalek. Gemara says mitzvah lichalek. 6 people, mitzvah lichalek. You can do it. To separate. 3 and 3. But if it is 10 people, cannot be mechalek. Cannot separate. Okay? So says the Zohar HaKadosh. Now last time we spoke about how important it is to make the Birkat Hamazon cup of wine and make zimun. Nevarech she'achalnu mishelo. Now says the Zohar, there's 10 tikkunim. Remember I told you there's 10 things about the kosher bracha. Now says the Zohar, the second one is that you're supposed to look at the cup of wine.
What was the first one?
First one was to do it. How important is to do it? Yeah. So now he's going to go through the details. ואמר, פייג' רפ"ו, יש לך?
כן.
says the Zohar, ברכת המזון בשלושה, צריך כוס, שלא בשלושה, אין צריך כוס. Whenever you make ברכת המזון with 3 people, make sure you do it, Yaakov, with כוס. If you don't have 3 people, don't do it with the כוס. אין צריך כוס. Why? the כוס של ברכה הוא סוד המלכות. אינו מתברך אלא בשלושה שהם שלושה אבות. He says when a person does ברכת המזון on a cup of wine, on a כוס, you know who comes to bless him? אברהם, יצחק ויעקב. חסד גבורה תפארת.
וכל זימון של שלושה צריך.
כל זימון, if you make on cup of wine.
ארוחת בוקר של שלושה חבר'ה.
כן? ארוחת בוקר, 3 people ate bread, 2 ate bread, 1 ate something, together, זימון on a cup of wine. In last Shabbat, אכלנו, I ate bread, Chagai also ate bread, another man over there ate something. We combine together for zimun. Says the Zohar, what's the reason you need to have 3 men or the other 3 women to do that? It says because it's not respectful whenever one person is going to hold a cup of wine and it's going to cost 3 people to come to him. Imagine you sitting here, he said 3 people, come here. It's not, it'll be more proper that you will go to the 3 people versus the 3 people come to you. But it says whenever there's 3 here and 3 there, it's not so bad to call 3 people over here because you are 3 here and there are 3 there. It says whenever you are saying Birkat Hamazon on a cup of wine, you are calling 3 powers to bless you. It says who are those 3 powers? Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, corresponding to Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. So that's why if you don't have zimun, you should not hold a cup of wine. Because when you're going to hold a cup of wine without zimun, you're going to force Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov to come to give you a blessing when it's improper. אם אין שלושה, אין צריך כוס. ומשלושה ומעלה, עד אין שיעור, אף פחות משלושה לא. אין צריך כוס של ברכה, לפי שאין המלכות מתברכת, אלא בשלושה. בשלושה אמרו רבנן, הוא אומר נברך שאכלנו משלו. אכל לא אמרי למן מברך, כאן אין אומרים למי מברך, אבל גם בשלושה אינון, אבל משלושה לא אמר נברך למי שאכלנו משלו. או לשם, ולא אמרי אלא נברך שאכלנו. ולא אמרי למען, ולא אומרים למי שמברכים לפי שמברכים למלכות, לכן לפעמים אין מזכירים שום שם. Beautiful. Wow. Zohar is unbelievable. Hear what the Zohar says here. Why do we say לשון, נברך שאכלנו משלו? Let's bless whoever we ate from him. From who? You should have said, נברך שאכלנו, שנברך לשם שאכלנו. Let's bless Hashem that we ate from his food. Why don't you say who you're blessing to? Let's bless the one that gave us this. Who gave us this? Can you please emphasize? Can you please explicitly say? יצחק, למה לא אומרים מי זה? It says, you know why? Why do you say, נברך שאכלנו משלו? Somebody told me that what's the blessing that the most precious blessing that cheap people like. נברך שאכלנו משלו. He likes to be a guest and say נברך שאכלנו משלו. He ate from his food. But נברך שאכלנו משלו means the real meaning is that you ate from the Hashem's food. So why don't you say נברך להשם שאכלנו משלו? Let's bless Hashem that we ate from his food. Says, you know why? Because when you're holding the cup of wine, you are blessing. You're holding Keneged Malchut. It says Malchut is always hidden. Who is Malchut? Your wife. That's why your wife is always hidden. Is always tzanua. Aye Sarah ishtecha ba'ohel. Where is Sarah? Inside the tent. Why to tell inside the tent? One thing that the women have that increases the love of the men towards them, it's that they are modest. Modest not only in the dress code. Modest also in behavior. Sometimes a woman could be modest in dress code, but behavior, she's very not modest. Any man comes to the house, she flirts with him, Habibi, like there's no tomorrow. So even though she could be modest with the clothes, but she's not modest with her behavior, with her approach. So it says man has a mechanism in the brain that increases love towards his female, towards his spouse, whenever the spouse is modest. It says the cup of wine is corresponding to your wife, the malchut. He said that's whenever you say nevarech she'achanu mishelo, you bring in bracha to malchut. Malchut is hidden. Nobody knows the malchut. That's why one time I said the chidush in Masechet Sotah, the Daf Bet, the Gemara says 40 yom kodem yetzirat havlad. They announce in Shamayim 40 days before the child is made who is going to be the soulmate. But what's the language of the Gemara? The daughter of Ploni will be married to Ploni. Why don't you say the wife's name? Why don't you say Sigalit leReuven, Shulamit leDavid? Why don't you announce this way? Why the Gemara said the daughter of someone will be to someone? To tell you that the daughter of someone is always have to be hidden. You don't know who is she. He's the daughter of someone. So to tell you that always the modest power of the women, it's whatever makes the woman the most beautiful. So it says the same thing over here. Why do it says the Zohar? Why do we say nevarech she'achanu mishelo? You don't say nevarech laHashem she'achanu mishelo because you are blessing that malchut, and that malchut is corresponding to the wife, and the wife always have to be modest, always hidden. That's why your body part that makes you man is exposed. Her body part that makes her female is modest, is inside. You don't see that. That's all the time repeats itself. That's why whenever there's a brit milah, they will take you to show your body part to the whole world. But whenever she was born, nothing, nobody sees her, nobody knows her until the wedding. Suddenly she pops up in the chuppah. Then even then she's covered.
So we are not saying
Modesty for the female.
So it's for the
For the man, just the opposite. Always exposed, always outside, in the outside world. He goes to the synagogue, he goes to the work, he goes to the people. He is always the external one. The female is always the hidden one, always the tzanua one.
So Mishelo is to the wife, not to the Hashem.
No, it's to malchut. You're blessing right now the malchut. When you bless the malchut, don't mention the name. That's why you don't mention any entity over here.
What are you referring here?
You're blessing to the malchut. Let's bless the malchut.
Who's Malchut?
Shelo, whoever it is. Hashem does not emphasize any name right now because he wants to keep it hidden. Because the Sfirah that receives right now blessing is the Sfirah of Malchut. And Sfirah of Malchut Yaakov is corresponding to the female. Female is always hidden.
He's referring to Hashem.
You're right. He's referring to Hashem, but what from Hashem? Midat Malchut of Hashem. So that's why whenever we are saying, you're not allowed to say, he says the name of the whoever you are blessing to. Let's finish it off and say the next one also. די קוד של ברכה קיימה קמה שזה הקוד של ברכה עומד לפני האדם ועינו מסתכלין ועיניו צריכות להסתכל בו ורזה בסוד הדבר מה שכתוב תמיד עיני אדוני אלוהיך בה ובזה הסתכלות משפיע בה את הברכות. Wow. He said, how do you bring blessing to this cup when you say Birkat Hamazon? Only whenever you are looking in the cup. That's why whenever you say Birkat Hamazon, always you have to make sure to look at the cup. Sam einav bo. You have to look. He says only when you look at the cup, you are bringing bracha to this cup. When you don't look at the cup, you say Birkat Hamazon kacha, or you say Birkat Hamazon kacha, it's not good. Your eyes have to be looking at the cup.
You have to makpid also. You have to always doing that.
וההוא כוס של ברכה נטל ברכן ומזונה מגו של הושע אברהם. And then he says, then the cup receives blessing from all the three sefirot corresponding to three avot, Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov. Wow. Imagine that the next door right now there'll be Baba Sali over here. How many of us gonna stay in line to get bracha from Baba Sali? Whoever wants to get married, whoever wants to have a child, whoever wants to open a business, Baba Sali is next door right now. Tchiyat HaMetim. When you make Birkat Hamazon on a cup of wine, says the Zohar, you're getting blessing from Abraham, Yitzchak and Yaakov. אתה מבין מה זה?
בלי טוב.
בלי טוב. ומהו מזונה נתי דאי ונטל אנא נחלה ומאותו המזון שהמלכות מקבלת, אנו אוכלים. ואדם מסתכלים ואמרי נברך שאכלנו משלו. דהיינו...
רבנו לא צריך להסתכל על זה בבעיה, מסתכל בכוס.
בכוס.
לא צריך להסתכל.
No, it doesn't say on the wine. מסתכל, נותן עיניו.
כשאמרתי במקום אחר צריך את המצח שיהיה מולם.
That's only in Sabri Maranan. And he says, Sabri Maranan. No, anytime you say Sabri Maranan. We learned that anytime you drink wine, you're supposed to say Sabri Maranan. And the Arizal says that when you say Sabri Maranan, it says there is 5 God's name, Yud Ke Vav Ke, with 5 ways. Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet, Netzach Hod Yesod.
You drink with others.
5 times. 5 times 26, kama ze? 130. What is the gematria of Ayin? Ayin, Yud, Nun. Ayin, 70. Yud, 10. N, 50. 50, 10, 60. And 70 is 130.
Oh, that's when you drink with
corresponding
others.
to 5 Yud Ke Vav Ke that you have
On each eye.
on each eye. On the right eye and on the left eye. It says that's why the eye has 5 colors in it. That's the going. Why the eye has 5 colors in there?
Nature.
לא יודע.
ככה.
תסתכל, הנה, יש לך 5 colors in your eye. You have the white, don't worry, I'm not going to go there. You have the white part, you have the brown part, you have the in between the white and the brown part, and you have the black part.
That's 4.
5. Wait.
Kama?
4.
Kama, again. White part, brown part, in between the brown and the white is 3, and also the eye, the color. The how do you call this? The blackness? Pupil.
כן.
Pupil. What are we missing? We're missing another thing.
כאילו כמו איש קטן, people.
Pupil. יפה.
The red from it.
The red also. No, that's only when you do this.
Yeah.
מעלה עשן כל שיעור.
מעלה עשן כל שיעור, רבי נתן, אבל בלי עומד.
What do you have to see in the wine? Yud Ke Vav Ke 5.
No, but yeah, Arizal says, he said there's 5 things. I forgot the 5th one. He said there's 5 things, and corresponding to 5 God's name, Yud Ke Vav Ke,
What do
when
you
you
see
say.
inside? Yud Ke Vav Ke 5.
You have in mind, yeah. When you say, Sabri Maranan, you have in mind 5 times God's name on the right side, and 5 times God's name on the left side, corresponding to, with the nekudot of the Chesed, God's name Yud Ke Vav Ke, with the Gvura Yud Ke Vav Ke, with the Tiferet, Netzach and Hod.
But
5
inside
times.
the wine or just as
Inside the wine.
Every time you drink wine?
Every time you say Sabri, those words, Sabri Maranan.
You have to look at the wine. This,
When you say Sabri Maranan, yeah. And Arizal and the Ben Ish Chai says, look at your forehead. See inside the wine your forehead.
so what, you say Sabri Maranan, you look at the wine, and then you say Borei Priya Geffen?
Yeah. According to Arizal, מקובלים.
I'm pretty sure it's brought down the Kavayashar that the Yud Ke Vav Ke is the 4 parts of the eye, and then I think the 5th is the eyelid.
The eyelid, the eyelid. I remember there was something there, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the 5 times that Yud Ke Vav Ke you have on the right, Yud Ke Vav Ke you have on your left. When you say Sabri Maranan, you say also there is a Gematria, Sabri Maranan is Gematria, those 2 Yud Ke Vav Ke. Okay, bekitzu. The point is like this. ועלדה מסתכלים that's why you have to look in the cup of wine. ואמרי נברך שאכלנו משלו. דהיינו נסכים דעתנו לברכך את המלכות. בגין אכלנו משלו, היינו ממלכות שהוא סוד הכוס. ומההוא מזונה דהי הוא נטיל למזן, על מאותו המזון שהיא מקבלת כדי לזון את כל בני העולם. ועל כן אין צריך להזכיר בפה למי מברכים. כי די בהסתכלות הכוס הרובץ על המלכות. It says looking at the cup is whatever bring down bracha to the sphira called malchut. That's why whenever you make birkat hamazon, 3 men eating bread, make sure you bring wine, rabotai, for very cheap price. You get such a big blessing on your head from Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Ratzon Hashem should help us to fulfill this mitzvah the right way, make tikkun haberit the right way, and Bezat Hashem be blessed by Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov the best way. Baruch
Rabbi, you have to see the forehead.
Amen.
You have to look at the forehead, not at the eyes.
The eyes and also the forehead.
הלכות פורים,
What's the forehead?
You want to do הלכות פורים? בסדר, בלי נדר, why not? רבי חנן